Can you deal with suffering for a short period of time to get faster results and faster weight loss? If so, then you may want to try a ketogenic diet. Hi, this is Mimi. Today I'm going to talk about what is the ketogenic diet, is it right for you, and some BPI supplements that can help you. Now, although carbs are our fastest form of energy, we can still get plenty of fuel for energy from fats. Now, some foundational background, let's start with the Krebs Cycle. The Krebs Cycle is a process to produce energy, and in one cycle, one ATP molecule is produced. Now, think of ATP as where our cells get energy from. In order to run properly, the first step is to combine a molecule and a compound. Molecule called acetyl-CoA and a compound called oxaloacetate. Oxaloacetate is also a byproduct of carbohydrate metabolism. So when you decrease your carb intake, there is less of this byproduct that's produced, which means that the Krebs cycle is not running as properly and there is less ATP generated. In other words, when people decrease their carb intakes, many feel more sluggish because there isn't enough ATP available for their energy demands. And your liver also doesn't have enough stored glucose to ship to your brain, so everything from your brain function to your physical activity slows down because there simply isn't enough energy available. For this reduction in the Krebs cycle to happen, you need to be eating very low carbs, so less than 100 grams. Now, when you're dieting, there should be an inverse relationship between carbs and fats, so when you reduce your carbs, you should be increasing your fats. Now, if you're eating enough fats, after 7 to 14 days, there will be an increased production of ketone bodies. Now, ketone bodies are produced by your liver from fatty acids, and they're shipped to your brain, your muscles, and these ketone bodies are also converted to acetyl-CoA. Remember, acetyl-CoA is what is needed in the first step of the Krebs cycle for it to run properly. Now, even though you're on lower carbs, the acetyl-CoA that was formed from the metabolism of the fatty acids is now more usable because your body has adapted. Now, many of you maybe have heard of this as fat adaption, which means now your body is burning more fat for fuel. Once people get adapted, some people actually feel better on low carbs than they did on high carbs. And others will feel a lot better on high carbs. So everybody's different. But most typically feel better after 10 to 14 days. So when will you know that you're in a ketogenic state? Your breath will start to stink because excess ketones are released in your breath and also your urine. That's why you've probably heard of people using ketone test strips where they pee on it and see if they're in ketosis. Now, just a word of caution, very low carb diets should be followed for a short period of time if you want to lose fat quickly, but then you should transition back into a more normal eating diet. Usually, I don't like to start with low carbs right away. Depending on how much fat you have to lose, it can be really challenging to be eating low carbs for your entire dieting period. I mean, even as a competitor, when we're doing competitions, we don't get to that low carb state until the very end, and that's when we're feeling really miserable. And just in terms of plateaus, I mean, you will hit plateaus, and when that happens, just remember, you will have to eat less than what you're currently eating. So why suffer for your entire dieting period if you don't have to start off with low carbs right away? Now, of course, it's a different story if you're already eating low carbs, then maybe this makes a lot of sense for you. Luckily, BPI Sports came out with some supplements to help you when you're on a ketogenic diet. So I just sent this Keto Bomb gift to one of my clients, a ketogenic coffee creamer, because she's been on low carbs for a while and she thinks the French vanilla flavor tastes great. But most importantly, it helps support your ketogenic weight loss goals and it provides you with a natural source of essential fats. And if you saw my Whey Protein 101 video, I got surprised with my own gift, BPI's Ketogenic Pre-Workout, that utilizes fat for fuel, also really great for fasted cardio sessions in the morning. And it also has ingredients for enhanced energy, which is a common problem when you're on low carb and you just, can't think straight.
All right, let's talk about what's new.
So what's new is we actually have our best pre that actually already started hitting shelves. It's actually the first ketogenic pre-workout. So essentially, for those who don't know what ketogenic is it's pretty much just a really low carb diet, high fat diet. So this is actually going to contain something called BHB salts, which are ketones that are going to help your body use your body's fuel source it's going to help your body use fats for fuel versus glycogen. So very similar to like an Atkins diet is what a keto diet is. So it helps your body stay in a ketosis stage. So again, you're burning fat for fuel. It does have a little bit of caffeine in here, so we'll give you a spike of energy, 250 milligrams. But then what we added in here, because once you go low carb, one of the first things that most people do is kind of lose focus, right? Yeah. So we actually added in there CDB, choline, and GABA to kind of help with cognitive function.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is really great for when you're on low carb or like near the end of a competition diet.
Yes.
And you're really trying to just burn fat for fuel, and it keeps you in that state, and it also gives you you said the energy or the focus?
Energy and focus.
Energy and focus. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever heard of any kind of pre-workout like that.
Nope. First one in the market.
First one in the market, guys. This is awesome. I'm gonna have to use this during competition prep time for sure.
Yeah.
Because I like to eat my carbs right now.
Well, there you go. It's yours.
Awesome. Oh, yay.
If you want to try out some of BPI's ketogenic products, don't forget you can use my code MIMI for 20% off. And that's it for today. I hope you guys learned more about ketogenic diets and why it's so effective. Maybe you want to give it a try. Actually, I'm curious, how many people are already eating low carbs but you weren't trying to get on a ketogenic diet? And how many of you guys have already tried a ketogenic diet and how was it? Or who's tried the BPI Ketogenic pre-workout, the BCA, the coffee creamers? Please share with us your experience by commenting below. Don't forget to like if you like this video, and please subscribe, and thanks for watching.